Hey, welcome. Today we're going to talk about the Matrix and your life. And what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? My name is Dr. Cheryl Meyer, and I'm a psychologist and an intuition pioneer. I learned how to follow my intuition, and I encourage other people to do the same because it's wild. And I was reflecting this morning how Eckhart Tolle in The Power of Now, he says, he was defining the word sin, which in Greek, I took Greek for 2 years in college. It's the word hamartia, but it means to miss the mark. And so it's like if you're aiming for a bullseye and you keep missing it and someone's yelling out, hey, it's over, go over this way a little, go over this way. The way Eckhart Tolle described it is like, you're missing the whole point of life. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I know we can always, all of us, we can feel insecure and we can feel like we're missing life. We're missing some point in life. You know, we can, our egotism is always telling us we're in lack. And it says, you're missing it. You're not doing it right. You're not good enough. And so there's like the juxtaposition or, our fear of that. I'm walking towards the street. And the reality of what is the truth? What is the truth, you know? And so I was thinking of like Neo in the Matrix, you know, of like even the newest one where he forgot who he was. Spoiler alert. He forgot who he was, you know? I like sitting underneath trees. So, first take a second to just be where you are. Look at this breeze. I sit on the ground for all of us, you know? It's like, just come back to the center of your being. I know part of you can make fun of this video and make fun of what I'm doing and make fun of what I'm saying, because there's part of me that does that. You know, like, what the heck? What are you saying? What are you doing? Why are you making these? You know, go, whatever. Live your life, you know. So if you are the real Neo, let's say, you are Trinity, you are the one that was in the pod that was plugged into the computer, and you got unplugged from that and you saw who you are. You know what was coming to mind? There's a few things. It's like if you were playing a video game all day long, all night long, and you came out of that, you know, like the movie Avatar too, but you came out of that and you realized, wait, I'm a real person. I've just been playing this game. I've been going to work like this computer programmer, or it's so strange because his real self, Neo's, came out in the character, you know, just like an actor playing a part. You see sort of their real personality in each of their roles, you know? But what if you were playing these video games and then you realized, oh, I've just been playing this part? Who am I? What's coming to my mind, to my heart, is like, you know, we go to camp. I'd go to summer camp for a month, and you know, you sing all these songs, and you're just being an athlete 8 hours a day pretty much, and you're in nature, and we had no phones and no TVs or anything. You know, once a week they'd show us Disney movies or something, or when it rained, we're like, yes, it's raining, we get a movie, you know, instead of the activity. But I did that for 10 years of my life, no more, 18 years, 10, from the age of 8 to 18. For a month. That's like rehab every year as a kid. But it was a long time to be away from my parents and stuff. But you feel like that person. You feel like such a different person. Maybe that's more of our real selves. Who are you though, you know? If you came here for a reason. You're here on earth for a reason. How do you know what that reason is? And how do you live it? If you have a reason for being here and a gift inside of you to know and to give back to the world, then like it's important that you don't let anything get in the way of that. You know, run the race not for a perishable prize, but for an imperishable. What does that mean? You are loved. That's all that's coming to me, is you are loved, and you are worth knowing this. And like, offer yourself the discipline, offer yourself the quiet of being hooked in and caught up. That's what was coming to my mind earlier. Caught up in everything else around you, in the world around you, that tries to tell you its own agendas, just because that's the way it is. You don't have to. I was thinking of Elvis, you know. I have such an affinity with Elvis for some reason. But how he had like handlers, and this is what was happening in the New Matrix too, is they had handlers that were keeping them hypnotized into a false reality. And you know, from what I hear, I remember Elliot, I was friends with Elliot, so talking to me about about Elvis. He was just impersonating Elvis at one of these shows that we were at together. Thank you very much. I have it in my tweets if you want to look at it. I'm sure it's one from Largo from 1998, I'll say. When I was 5. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, but it's like if people just see Elvis as like this money-making machine, and they just keep him drugged down, you know, get him back to sleep, get him back up, but not too drugged where he can't perform at his concerts, you know, just like sometimes people will just see you as a commodity. And I don't want to be paranoid about the world or anything, and that we're just prey to that, but when you give yourself over to just filling yourself up in the temporary, then you become a slave, and all of these things become like your handlers, you know, and I see people in religious situations that do the same thing, where they're just acting the part, you know. I was just thinking that in my car. I was like, wow, in some ways, you know, I grew up in a certain religion. I grew up Christian, but it's like you keep learning how to act the part of a Christian instead of being one. Being one is wild. It's really wild. Like entering into silence and not relying on yourself. Like I could rely on, I am a doctor, I am an author, I have blah 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 blah, I've done this, I've done that, I have so many patients I've cured, or whatever you want to call it, you know, clients I've served, or whatever. I could build my worth on all of that. But then you have to work really hard to sustain that, you know. It's like if you have become an excellent actor or something, and then you don't get parts anymore, or you get a really crap movie that bombed, you know, it's like and you're like, wait, what is my worth? If your worth is built on that, then it's not going to sustain you. It's not what our worth is meant to be built on. But do things with excellence, for sure, you know. But I know lots of people who were pretending to be their idea of Christian, and I didn't feel love from those people. I felt way more love from Elliot, who wouldn't label himself, you know. But not this consistent thing too. I felt consistency in people that were consistently going to a church and trying to know who God is, you know. I just encourage you, as I encourage myself, to take life seriously. You know, we're here for a reason. We only have a certain amount of time. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Be excellent in what you do, but your being self is your soul is here. You are the consciousness within this body, you know. You're the one. You're the one when you connect to the oneness. You know, Neo is one. Don't get caught up in the matrix and forget who you really are. Yesterday I was walking, and someone was playing this techno version or something of I wanna love you and treat you right. We'll be together, Bob Marley. You know, Jah provide the bread. God will provide the bread. We'll share the shelter of my single bed. It's coming back to the oneness. It's always bringing me back to the oneness. Go in the love. Be one with the love. And you'll find your way. I hope this served you. Much love.